Welcome to Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master. I'm Scott Jordan. We're here at Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee, to kick off the 2025 Arena Championship Series season in Monster Jam with Arena Series Central. Here is your lineup. Rookie of the Year, Fernando Martinez. Matt Cody coming over from the West. Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. Return of the Zimmers to Monster Jam. Angelina Knock, the Daredevil in Megalodon, and the debut in 2025 on this Arena Series of the Robins. There's your round one bracket. Playing crazy, El Toro Loco, Gravedigger, Zombie, and all of the exciting matchups here in JCB Racing. Up first, the 2024 Monster Jam Co-Rookie of the Year, Fernando Martinez and El Toro Loco, and he's going up against Montana Robbins and Playing Crazy. A lot of excitement here for the Robbins brothers to be in Monster Jam, but a tall task for Montana trying to take out Fernando, who had a phenomenal rookie season last year, and we are even at the half here. Montana Robbins trying to turn on the Jets here at the end to get the win, and it is Playing Crazy advancing into the semifinal round of JCB Racing. So a great start from Montana Robbins, taking out El Toro Loco. Next up, Matt Cody, Gravedigger, the Arena Championship Series West champion from one season ago. He's going to go up against the returning John Zimmer Sr. in Zombie. 25 years of John Zimmer Sr. in Monster Jam. So Matt Cody trying to take out, and Matt Cody going to go over, trying to make a dynamic save. Just runs out of room there with the wall. So John Zimmer Sr. going to advance. But what a turn of events here. Matt Cody out before it even started. Next up, we get Crazy Train, Triton Robbins, the other Robbins brother, and he is going up against Lil Zim, John Zimmer Jr. back in Monster Jam as well. A lot of excitement surrounding this series. One of my topics to watch in the 2024 Fall Series, as we talked about this on Inside Monster Jam, as well as on MonsterJam.com. And look at this race, both of them going off the track. One of them's going to finish. Triton Robbins, Crazy Train going to advance. John Zimmer Jr. can't get across the racetrack on the final lane there. Jamie Sullivan making her Sparkle Smash debut as she comes up against Angelina Knock in Megalodon. Two of the bright young female superstars in Monster Jam. Jamie Sullivan, the Co-Rising Star Award winner, that is going to take out a turning pod. So we see Megalodon taking out that turning pod. That is going to be a penalty. And Jamie Sullivan's Sparkle Smash is going to advance to the semifinal round. We're going to take a look now at the bracket here. Playing Crazy up against Zombie. Crazy Train against Sparkle Smash. So both Robbins brothers advancing to the semifinals. What a matchup that would be here in the first day of the season. John Zimmer Sr. going to try to do something about that, though, as he comes Zombie up to the starting line. Montana Robbins Playing Crazy also advancing. What a run he had against El Toro Loco. Here we go. The JCB Racing semifinals are off, and John Zimmer Sr. a little slow around the pod. He's picked it up now, though, and John Zimmer trying to get up on three wheels to get around, and it is going to be Zombie advancing to the finals. So Senior shaking the rust off the wagon, moving on. Triton Robbins and Crazy Train try to make it to the final race here, and he goes up against Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. What a season she had 1 year ago. Now she's trying to get it done here. She went from Monster Mutt Dalmatian now into Sparkle Smash, owning Kayla Blood on the very popular team. And we are rocking and rolling here. Crazy Train has the lead, and Triton Robbins, this would be an upset if he pulls it off, and Triton Robbins gets it done. Crazy Train moving on to the final round. What a race, as John Zimmer Sr. awaits on the pod. And Zombie, there's your final racing bracket. Zombie against Crazy Train. That truck is so cool, but I know John Zimmer Sr. would love to get a racing win in his Monster Jam return. We are about to see it go down right now. Zombie versus Crazy Train. The first 8 points of the day up for grabs in our JCB Racing final. And here we go. We got a green light, and it is Crazy Train off the line and has the lead. This would be a major upset if Triton Robbins pulls it off, and he gets it done. Triton Robbins gets the upset win, and he is going to get his first racing competition win of 2025. What a start to the kid out of Buffalo, New York. What a start to this season, as we are going to take a look at our first BKT point standings. 8 for Crazy Train, 7 for Zombie, 4 for Playing Crazy and Sparkle Smash. The rest of the field with 2 apiece, but that's all right. We are not done yet. The Crazy Train is rolling in Nashville, but will it stay on top? The Skills Challenge is next on Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master. You're watching Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master with Arena Championship Series Central from Nashville. Up next is the two-wheel skills challenge. Each driver with the opportunity to wow the crowd with the maneuver using only two wheels. They get 2 shots to do it, and they're scored by fans in attendance on creativity, skill, and execution. Speaking of execution, there aren't many at this competition in the sport that are better than this young man, John Zimmer Jr. Back in Monster Jam, John Zimmer Jr. showing you why he's one of the best. He finished second in this competition at World Finals just a few short years ago. And now he is shaking it off as well. He has got terminal velocity up, flips the truck back around into a wheelie. And John Zimmer trying for a popper. He gets a small modified version, still enough to make it a combo move. Second attempt here for terminal velocity, going for a bicycle. We see the 8-pack buried into the pod, spins it all the way around a J-hook bike. And he's not done, goes for back-to-back bicycles, wobbles the truck around, and terminal velocity, 2 great combo attempts, 7.347 for John Zimmer Jr. Next up, his dad, after making it to the racing finals, going for a popper here in Zombie. Zimmer Sr. runs out of room, gets the truck back down, tried for a pogo bounce on the landing, and he will come back for attempt number 2. Zombie now at the base of that ramp, going to back this up, trying for a wheelie up the ramp, gets enough distance. That is a veteran move to try for the reverse popper, gets the wheelie, nose wheelie combo on the end. John Zimmer Sr., 8.146. Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco, getting the crowd on its feet with the smoke coming out of the Crazy Bull. Nashville is crazy for El Toro Loco. A lot of fans here in the house at Bridgestone Arena cheering on Fernando Martinez. Here is a popper and El Toro Loco. Perfect execution. He is right there at the face of that ramp. Has a lot of room in front of him. Going to edge this out into a nose wheelie. He has that entire center pod to work with before he has to flip this thing back. Now try to straighten the truck up, moonwalking his way back. If he's going to go off to the edge to try to flip this, he has got to get it centered. He does just that. Nice little flip at the end. Attempt number 2 for El Toro Loco. Fernando Martinez brings the truck back up the ramp. Center pod again. Going to try to take it down the same way on the opposite side. Ends up with a nose wheelie into a moonwalk. Does he have enough? He has got it. Perfect execution. 180-degree vertical stand here into the moonwalk. And there's some more smoke. So showing off now is Fernando Martinez. Showing you why he's a co-rookie of the year in Monster Jam. There's your big flip. And there is a bounce off the pod from El Toro Loco. What a combo move for Fernando Martinez. And the horns are up, 8.650. That leads us to Montana Robbins in Plain Crazy. Brings the truck all the way across the pod. Moonwalks his way back up. Going to stop at the edge. Comes back down. Now he might have more rhythm here. More room to back it up if he chooses to do so. You see the lights there facing into that Nashville dirt. Staring the Bridgestone Arena dirt down. As now Robbins up here onto the ramp. Back down again. Complete control. And lays it back down. Second attempt here for Plain Crazy. Montana Robbins, perfect execution on the nose wheelie. Has it absolutely beautifully stood up. Needs to keep this momentum. He's got 20 seconds to land this truck. You know, his crew chief is in his ear telling him, looking at his watch or his phone, telling him how much time he has. But he is absolutely in the middle of one of the most exciting competition moves of the day here as we get Plain Crazy trying to just put on a clinic right out here in the center of this pod. That's got to be enough to win it. We're going to wait for the score. Plain Crazy. There it is, 9.156. And Montana Robbins wins his first competition of 2025. We are going to take our second look here at the BKT point standings. So even though we have the Robbins brothers winning the competitions, John Zimmer Sr. consistent. He's got 13, Plain Crazy with 12, Crazy Train 10, El Toro Loco 9, and Sparkle Smash with 8. The Robbins boys have won it all so far, but John Zimmer Sr. sits on top. Who leaves Nashville as champion? Find out when Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master, returns. We are back in Nashville with Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master at Bridgestone Arena. And next up is the donut competition. Fans here once again scoring based on speed, style, and accuracy. As we take a look at our top competitors, John Zimmer Jr. wasting no time. Comes out roosting the dirt, finding that sweet spot in terminal velocity. He gets an 8.634. Next up, Fernando Martinez, El Toro Loco. Has that back end of that truck down. You want to see it. I talk about it all the time. You got to have the back end down. You got to have those BKT tires ripping into that dirt, allowing the front wheels to come up. John Zimmer Sr. now on top of the BKT overall event leaderboard, looking for his first win of 2025. A slow-rolling donut for Zombie. John's got that Gravedigger lineage, longtime Gravedigger driver. We know how good they are at these Monster Jam donuts, and he's showing it right there, 9.317. Speaking of Gravedigger, Matt Cody, the West Series champion. He has got a good one going here in Nashville. He has got the front wheel up, a little break dance on the back end. And Matt Cody waiting the score, 9.639. And Matt Cody, after a slow start, gets on the board. He wins the donut competition. And we will now check out our BKT overall point standings after 3. Zombie stays in the lead with 20, Toro Loco 15, Plain Crazy 14, and then Gravedigger and Crazy Train each with 13. And that moves us to Freestyle. 60 seconds to pay dirt here, 15 seconds needed to come off the clock to get a score. Angelina knocked the former Daredevil out of Sarasota, Florida in her sophomore season here in Megalodon. A Megalodon team from top to bottom, one of the best teams in Monster Jam. And Megalodon's run's going to come to an end. Here's the original Super Glue to the action replay, 6.961 for Angelina Knock. John Zimmer Sr. trying to put away the overall event championship. Coming back into Monster Jam with a new team, Send It Motorsports out of Michigan. John, a Vermont native, lived in North Carolina for a long time. Now in Michigan with his son on the Send It Motorsports team. You know, he came back into Monster Jam with his own identity, Uproar, and that's what his zombie body sits on that chassis. So here is John Zimmer Sr. What a story it would be for the veteran, the longtime Monster Jam driver to come back into the sport. After taking some time off, he was crewing for his son on Jamie Garner's team, on Team Overboard, then went away, did some independent events as well, has his own truck now, but what a story it would be for John Zimmer Sr. to come back into Monster Jam with all these young competitors, including his son, and to walk out of Nashville as the overall event champion. And if he does well enough here, he could very well take some hardware with him and walk out of here on top. Zombie comes up looking for a wheelie. Nice finesse there on the back end of that huge popper across the ramp. And here we go, the Super Glue to the action replay. There's your score, 8.264 as he gets the wheelie combo into that popper all the way across. And John Zimmer Sr. takes the Freestyle lead and goes one step closer to the overall event championship. Up next, out of Buffalo, New York, Montana, Robbins in Plain Crazy. My first opportunity to see that truck in person. It is an absolute beauty. 12,000 pounds of steel with that LED light underneath of it. The chassis looks nice and clean. Again, a lot of excitement, a lot of hype surrounding Montana and Triton second-generation drivers coming into their first Arena Championship Series. We'll see how they do. It's already been a great night for them. Triton winning racing, Montana winning skills, and now trying to get a freestyle win here. Plain Crazy goes up over the ramp, comes down straight across the other side. Tire stack goes off to the left, trying to cross-thread a little bit, going for a popper right into a stoppie on the center of the pod. Great execution. And now trying to wind this thing back into a moonwalk, back down across the pod. That'll do it. Take a look at the Super Glue to the action replay. There's the stoppie. Montana Robbins Plain Crazy, getting an 8.341, and Montana Robbins takes the lead. We are not done. Coming up next, more trucks hit the skies in Nashville. Freestyle ends on Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master, when we come back. Welcome back to downtown Nashville, Bridgestone Arena for Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master. We are going to continue on Freestyle. And here is Matt Cody coming off that big donut win. You want to talk about 2024 seasons? How about the one that Matt Cody had? This man out of Williamsport, Maryland, went to the International Series, competed in Gravedigger, the truck he's been dreaming about driving since he was a kid, competed very well, winning multiple event championships, and then he comes back on the West Series. We see multiple Gravedigger drivers on that series. Tyler Menega came over, Cody Saucier as well, but it was Matt Cody. The consistency out of Matt Cody with some big air right there, stayed in that series, took the championship home for Team Gravedigger, and then graciously passed off the automatic bid to World Finals to Dalton Whiter in Jurassic Attack, who absolutely showed out. That was the right move, a big sportsmanship move. Speaking of right moves, the 8-pack backflip for Gravedigger, and Matt Cody gets a follow-up bounce on the end, and Matt Cody nails the first backflip of the night, and Matt Cody may have his second win of the night. Gravedigger is not done yet, and here comes Gravedigger all the way across Bridgestone Arena, and I think he could have scored a goal for the Nashville Predators with that jump. What a move as Gravedigger takes the freestyle lead. The super glue to the action replay. Here is that bounce, just too much on it. Cartwheels his way over and cannot stick the landing. It may not matter at all as Matt Cody is soaking it in 9.854. That is going to be a tough one to beat. Out of Christmas, Florida, Jamie Sullivan in Sparkle Smash. The UNOH graduate, the Monster Jam University graduate, and one of the most popular superstars in Monster Jam. She had a phenomenal year as well. Last year was so big for so many drivers, and a lot of times when you see these drivers come in and have these great years, they can't follow it up. They can't stay consistent. I don't see that out of Jamie Sullivan at all. She made huge strides after her rookie season, had a phenomenal second year, and I think in year 3 we see her seriously once again contend for a series championship. Now in Sparkle Smash, joining Kayla Blood and that very popular Sparkle Smash team. We see the front clip off the truck, giving her a little more vision, and Jamie Sullivan's gonna have to slow it down. Ends the run a little early, but a nice run anyway. Big air there for Sparkle Smash. 7.225 for Jamie Sullivan. The lead stays with Matt Cody and Gravedigger. Here's today's racing winner, Triton Robbins in Crazy Train. Talk about cool looking trucks, man. That thing is awesome to see. 12,000 pounds of pure steel, looking like a train on a mission, and he was on a mission in JCB Racing, taking the win. Trying to follow it up here with a freestyle win. A great story that would be to bookend that. We saw a phenomenal rookie class last year in Monster Jam. Nearly 8 contenders for the Rookie of the Year award, ultimately going to Fernando Martinez and Mike Pagliarulo. This kid has a shot at it. You know, he's done a lot of events on the independent circuit, made quite a name for himself. He and his brother, both second-generation drivers, trying to get a stoppie there. Can't get much, and a nice air brake check off the pod for Crazy Train. Little combo move there for Triton Robbins. Now comes off the 8-pack. Nice jump there for him. The tire stack embedded into that 6-sided pod. Trying to follow it up with something bigger. A lot of room in front of him as the train comes in. Trying for some big air. Goes off to the side. Tries to side slap his way. A little whip action. And that'll do it for Crazy Train. Super glued to the action replay. The brake check just comes short of clearing that pod. Triton Robbins, Crazy Train with a 7.130. Here is John Zimmer Jr. Terminal velocity, wasting no time. Comes off with maybe the biggest jump of the night. We did see Gravedigger with that huge air. I think terminal velocity may have just gotten a little higher than that. Then comes up nose down, brake check, floater. Clips the end of that pod. Now back in action in Monster Jam is John Zimmer Jr. Those of you that have followed his career, he left with his dad to go off to their team Senate Motorsports after leaving Team Overboard. But the popularity of this young kid out of North Carolina may be unmatched. The campaign to get him into World Finals a few years ago went viral all over the Monster Jam social media community. They got him there, and all he did was finish second, close second to Tyler Mennigan. Nearly became a World Finals champion. Catches a stoppie right there. Not a whole lot of traction with that dirt. This dirt is just rutting up a little bit. We see some chops there chopping away as the first event of the 2025 Monster Jam season comes to a near end. Now terminal velocity, swinging the truck back around the log right there. The single log jump, brake check, goes almost right down the ramp. Was able to get the truck to a nice angle on the landing. John Zimmer Jr. coming up, vertical sky wheelie here, straight up base. One wheel greasing it all the way across the pod, comes back down over the log, and here is that jump that started it off. 8.568 for John Zimmer Jr. in terminal velocity. Our final competitor, Fernando Martinez out of California, and El Toro Loco, looking for his first win. Matt Cody has the freestyle lead, trying to get his second win. Right now, John Zimmer Sr. in position for the overall event championship. Nice bounce there for El Toro Loco. Brake check jump there for the Crazy Bull. Fernando Martinez went from fan to star Followed Monster Jam, went to events as a kid, played video games, and was able to turn that into a trip to Monster Jam University, another trip to Monster Jam University, in fact, to get him this spot in this truck. So Fernando, a lot of expectations coming off that co-Rookie of the Year campaign, but he's got to beat a 9.854 to take the freestyle win. And even though this lineup is stacked from top to bottom, I look at Fernando as a serious threat to the series championship. If not for Weston Anderson's phenomenal year, the dynamic year with his third series win, I think Fernando could have walked away with a series championship and an automatic bid to World Finals. A lot of finesse, one of the best catchers in the business. And what I mean by that, he is able to catch these wheels, whether it be the front two or the back two, at any point in time. He can catch it, turn anything into a technical maneuver. It's just turning something out of nothing constantly. And that seems to be a lot with the Toro Loco drivers, Jamie Garner and Armando Castro, MJ Solorio, and now Fernando Martinez. 9.028, so a great run for him comes to an end. Not going to be enough to take the freestyle win. That will go to Matt Cody as Matt gets his second win in Gravedigger. Take a look at our final BKT overall event leaderboard. Zombie gets the win with 24. Toro Loco with 22. Gravedigger 21. Playing Crazy with 19. Terminal Velocity with 18 to round out the top 5. So the old man gets it done. John Zimmer Sr. wins. Let's go down to the track with Carlos and our overall event champion, John Zimmer Sr.
Monster Jam fans, the first overall event championship of the series, that's gotta feel really good.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You know, for me, first I want to thank you, Monster Jam fans. I truly have made a living at this for 25 years, so I want to get that out of the way. I love you guys. You truly have supported my family and I. Secondly, I got to thank Monster Jam for always sticking by me. Done this a long time, and I've done it with them. Lastly, I want to thank Don and Carol Ann. They're over in the stands behind me. They helped us start Sendit Motorsports. My son and I, our whole team, live a dream because of those people. So I love you guys till death do us part.
One more time, give it up for your champion.
John Zimmer Sr. still getting it done 25 years in. What a way to kick off the 2025 Arena Series season. The Robbins brothers start the day off winning racing and skills. Matt Cody concludes it winning the final two competitions. Give it Gravedigger some wins, but at the end of the day, the old man, John Zimmer Sr. is your overall event champion. We will cover the Central Series as well as the East and West right here all season long, so make sure you join us. From Nashville, I'm Scott Jordan, and I'll see you right here next time on Arena in 30, powered by Spin Master.